Hi guys, Donald Trump is right. The border is not secure. Somehow a foreign criminal managed to break into Britain and he remains at large. Now, instead of attempting to calm the situation, Donald Trump poured petrol on the flames of the issue of immigration, which will benefit only one person really, Nigel Farage. Now, there's so much irony contained within this statement, it'd make your head spin. Have a listen.
There's a couple of things I could say, but on immigration, you better get your act together. Or you're not going to have Europe anymore. You got to get your act together. And we, as you know, last month we had nobody entering our country. Nobody. Shut it down.
Sorry, nobody entered the United States last month? Nobody? I find that difficult to believe.
And we took out a lot of bad people that got there with Biden. Biden was a total stiff. And what he allowed to happen, but you're allowing it to happen to your countries. And you got to stop this horrible invasion that's happening to Europe, many countries in Europe. Some people, some leaders have not let it happen. And they're not getting the proper credit they should. I could name them to you right now, but I'm not going to embarrass the other ones. But stop. This immigration is killing Europe. And the other...
Sorry. Immigration is killing Europe from an American president. Okay. What did immigration do to the United States? Well, in the latter part, the United States was built on immigration. It was the immigrants that built America. But if you want to paint immigration in a negative light, well, then ask the Native Americans what they think of European immigration, immigrants coming from Europe. Maybe you should ask them. Maybe Donald Trump should apologize to the Native Americans. Maybe he should self-deport, if he's so concerned about the damage immigration has done to the United States. Wasn't his father from Germany? Maybe he should go back to Germany. I don't know. But immigration is killing Europe. I would say, normally, are these politicians joking? Are they pretending to be stupid? But Donald Trump doesn't pretend. He actually believes these things. But I left the best for last.
Other thing, stop the windmills, killing the beauty of your countries. Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh my goodness. The windmills. The windmills. Yes, the windmills. Look, he doesn't seem to understand the difference between a wind turbine, which is really necessary in Scotland at the moment. You can see the Scottish Secretary of State there on the left. I think the Scottish Secretary of State would support the idea of maintaining windmills in Scotland, wind turbines. The windmills are in the Netherlands, okay? You can find lots of windmills in the Netherlands, but more wind turbines in other places like in Scotland. But somehow somebody hasn't explained that difference to Donald Trump. Now, Nigel Farage wanted this guy to deliver a speech to both houses of Parliament. He wanted Donald Trump to speak to Parliament, to both houses, and deliver this sort of rubbish. Once again, as I said, if Donald Trump was in the House of Commons, and of course he wouldn't be challenged in any way because it would be a captive audience he would have, he would be talking about windmills. I was going to say wind turbines. No, windmills. And he'd be talking about how immigration is killing Britain and how Nigel Farage is probably should be Prime Minister. These are the things he'd say. And how, crooked Hillary attempted to steal the election, or Biden tried to steal the election, or whatever. This is exactly what he would be saying if he was extended the privilege of speaking to both chambers. Unhinged rubbish. But I like to start from I'd like to return to where I started, where Donald Trump is a convicted sex pest. And somehow he's managed to break into Britain, and there is no protest from the far right. Nigel Farage is not demanding his arrest for some reason. I don't understand. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.